Hello guys, this is Anna from the Clever Fox creative team. Today I wanted to make quite an in-depth plan with me video where I will be showing you how I use my planner to plan my week. The week I'm going to have is quite busy, so I'm going to use a large format hourly planner. This one is a premium edition. And I'm going to show you how I use a schedule to time block my days and how I use the goal and priority sections to make sure I get everything done. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna take the wrap off just to make it easier. I put it on so you can see the name of the planner more easily. Let's go to the new week inside the planner. And the planner I'm also gonna be using the stickers, and the stickers I'm gonna use are the ones that come in the set together with the planner. To start, I'm going to add the month and year. I find it quite insane that it's already June and we are nearly half a year into 2024 and the time is running really fast. So the main thing I do when I start planning any week or month is to set my main goal and priorities. I do it because the time we have is limited, so it's often a struggle to get things done. So I think it's really important to figure out which are the most important things so I can prioritize them and make sure I get those done. And maybe something that's less important can be moved to the next month if I don't have enough time. My main goal for this week is my boyfriend's birthday. I'm organizing a barbecue party for him and I have to complete quite a few things, so I'm gonna be focusing on that. So I'm just gonna say boyfriend's birthday. Then for the priorities, I will have to do a bunch of things for his birthday itself, and also I have another exciting event, which is a visit from my cousin who lives in a different country, and she will be coming for a couple of weeks to visit me. So the first priority will be cousin's visit. Then a second one would be birthday prep to make sure I get everything done. And then the third one would be actually a work goal, because I need to finish working on quite a big product that will be coming out later this year. So I'm just gonna write finish product. And I'm also going to put a fitness goal as a priority for this week, because for the last couple of weeks I've been away for a holiday and this week I've been quite lazy with my sports. So I'm just gonna write that I want to do 3 yoga sessions to make sure I get back into the rhythm of things. So that's pretty much it for the priorities. Then what I have is this work-life balance area, and this one is divided into 6 life areas. And this one helps me to make sure that despite my weeks being quite busy, I don't neglect different parts of my life. So I do my best to plan at least one thing in each of those. So the first area is health and fitness, and for that one, I will be doing yoga. Then for personal development, I'm going to set myself a goal of reading 200 pages. I like to set an exact goal when I'm speaking about reading goals, because this way I actually make sure I read a bit more than I would have otherwise. Then for romance and relationships, obviously the main activity would be the boyfriend's birthday. Just gonna write it here again. And for family and friends, I'm going to make sure to spend some quality time with my cousin. I'm gonna say time with cousin. And for fun and recreation, I think I might take my cousin to the beach and we'll spend a really nice evening there, maybe with a small picnic. So I'm gonna just say beach here. And then for spiritual, I'm going to put meditation, because that's something that I've been getting into recently and it's been really helpful for managing anxiety whenever I feel a bit worried or stressed or overthinked. So I try to meditate at least a couple of times a week. So let's write meditation. Then for try and learn something new, I'm actually going to put a baking thing, because my boyfriend has asked me to make his favorite cake, which is a strawberry tart. I've never made a tart before, so it's gonna be something new for me. I really enjoy baking, so I think I'll be happy to take on that little challenge. And I'm excited about birthday, cousin's visit, I think both of those. So now, anything that didn't go there, I'm going to add to the work to-do list and to my personal to-do list to make sure that I have all of those things. And those can be a bit more detailed things. So for example, I'm going to break down my prep for the birthday and prep for my cousin's visit into different small chores. So I'm gonna add here. Let's start with my personal to-do list. So for the personal, the first thing I'll have to do is to prepare my cousin's bedroom for her arrival. So just gonna say prepare room for cousin. Then I'm going to write that I need to do some groceries because I need to buy things for my cousin's arrival and also for the birthday. So I'll have to do a big grocery shop. Just gonna say groceries. And then I think I'll also have to plan some activities for doing with my cousin. So I'm going to say plan activities. And I'm also gonna write call my grandma, because I make sure I call her every week. So it's something I don't want to forget. So now let's look at the work to-do list. So my main to-do for work for next week is to finish the product. And we're also currently working on a couple of videos, his instructions for the product. So I'll have to check those to make sure that everything is accurate. So I'm going to check 2 videos, and also I need to finalize the details for 2 product listings, because we have 2 new products coming into stock very soon. So I'm going to finalize 2 listings. So there is still some spots left for my to-do list, and if I need, I'm going to add more things there. So the next thing I'm going to do is to add different routines that I want to follow and the habits I want to follow to my habit tracker. So because my week is quite busy, I want to make sure that I still stick to some of those work-life balance activities I have written here to make sure I feel my best. So I'm going to write yoga here. Then I'm going to add read to make sure that I try to read every single day. Then I'm going to write walk, because ever since I got a car 2 years ago, I've not been doing my best with walking as much as I should. And I can really feel that it's taking a toll on my body, so I make a conscious effort to walk a bit more. Then I'm going to write meditate, make sure I remember to meditate. And final one, I'm gonna write drink water, because I'm one of those people who tend to forget to drink water, and I can really feel it. So on the days when I manage to complete the routine, I'll just check it off, and then at the end of the week, I'll see how well I did. I think now what we can do is move to planning days of the week. I'm going to plan 2 of my days. So I'm going to plan Sunday and Monday, just to show you what exactly I do. And I think it probably wouldn't be that interesting to see me plan for 7 days straight. If you ever want to see me planning a whole week, do let me know in the comments and I'll make a longer video like that. But for now, let's just focus on my Sunday, which is a day off, and my Monday, which is a work day, but also a busy day because I'll be picking up my cousin from the airport in the evening. So let's see. My today's goal for Sunday would be prepare everything for cousin's visit on Monday. And the priorities would be to get her room done. So I'm gonna write room. Then I'm gonna say groceries to make sure I do my groceries. And then I have one more chore, which is quite boring. I need to prepare documents for my trip to Japan because I need to get a visa. So I'm just gonna say visa documents. It's quite boring, but it needs to get done. And I have a deadline, which is approaching really quickly. So I'll try to do it on Sunday. Now that I have the priorities, I will start planning by defining those and making sure that I've added them to my schedule itself. So I think I can prepare sometime in the morning, I think around like 10:30. I'm gonna say prepare room. Then I think I can do groceries around 12. Then I have lunch with a friend, so I'm gonna say lunch with Kate. And then when I come back sometime in the evening, I can do my visit documents, so probably around 5. So as I can see, I have a few spots left. Now I can look at all of those lists and see what I can fill my day with. And I also want to make sure that I don't just do productive things, but I also do things that help me feel good. So that's why I'm gonna be focusing on this area and this area, because I will be doing some productive things already, so I don't really need that many of those. Now I just need to make sure I take care of my health, mental well-being, my relationships and stuff like that. For example, I haven't really done much sport this week, so I'm going to try and do some yoga. And I think I can do it in the morning because it's my favorite time to do it. And before I do the yoga, I can probably just take a couple of minutes to meditate. I think that would be quite a good start to my day. Then in the evening, I think around 9 p.m. I can do some reading. So I'm gonna put it here. And I think also sometime after visit documents, I can plan some activities and things that I can do with my cousin. So I'm going to add those around 6:30. So I'm gonna just save plan for cousin's visit. And then around 7:30, I'm going to have dinner with my boyfriend. So let's see if there is anything else I want to add. So I might actually try to look up a recipe for the strawberry tart sometime around here. So I'm just gonna maybe find a tart recipe so I can make sure that I know how to make it. And I believe that's pretty much it. I think it's quite a nice Sunday that I have planned. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to highlight something that I consider really important, which is my visa documents. And then I'm gonna use a separate color to highlight sports activities. So that really helps me to make sure that I can see how many times I exercise throughout the week. And if I don't exercise enough, if I don't see enough of those green spots, I can quite easily figure out that by the end of the week I need to fit a few more of those. Yeah. And I made sure I left some gaps in between those things, because often you have things that just pop up, so I like to leave some empty space. Even though I wake up at 6, usually on Sunday I try to have a bit more of a rest day, and I know that the next following week will be quite busy with 6 a.m. starts. So today, on Sunday, I'm going to let myself rest a bit more. So now let's plan my work day, which is Monday. So my main goal for Monday would be to finish the product and also meet my cousin. So 2 main things. On priorities, go to airport to get her. And I think also I will try to check those 2 videos that I've put into my schedule and make sure I finish them. Usually on Mondays I wake up at 6 o'clock. I will try to meditate. I'm going to put it here. Then at 8 I have to be at the office, so I'm going to just say work start. And then I usually finish at 5, so I'm gonna write work end. And now I know that during that time I'm gonna be at work. So what I do is I'm going to block that time out to know that my main priority during that time is work, and that's what I'm going to focus on. So I usually do that for each of my work days. And during that time, I believe I should probably start with working on the product. So I'm just going to write it as a small to-do list for myself, work on product. And once I finish that, I'll have to do the small chores that I have to do every week. And then finally, I'm going to check the videos and finish them. Check, finish videos. So for my work schedule, that's pretty much it. I don't really have any meetings or any extra things that I need to do, but I made sure I have some more time that I can fill with other stuff. So then at 6, I have to go to the airport to meet my cousin. So I'm going to say go to airport. And then I'm going to bring her home, and at 7 we're gonna have dinner. And finally around 9, I'll try to read a bit. I don't know if I'm going to manage to, because, you know, with relatives arrivals, it can get quite hectic, but I'll do my best. And if I put it into my planner, I'll have a bit more motivation to actually do it. As you can see, my plan and routine is quite simple, but I do my best to stick to my main principles, which is to define my goals and priorities first, then to figure out what things I need to do to support my well-being. So I plan my work-life balance activities and my habits for the week. Then I try to break down my goal and priorities into my to-do lists to make sure I have all of those small things that I can basically distribute throughout the week and make sure I get at least something done every single day. And then I try to color code a bit. So I myself use just 3 colors. So I have one color for the most important things, one color for my sports, workouts and anything fitness related. And then I have one color for my work hours to make sure that I can block out my personal time and work time and remember when it is. If you have any of your personal planning tips, please do share them in the comments. I'm not really the best planner. Also, not being the best planner, I figured out that I forgot to add the date. So today is Friday, tomorrow is Saturday, today is 7th, and Sunday's end will be 9th. So I'm going to add the date. Well, that is much better. And now let's see how I can actually use the stickers. So I planned out my days, and I think I'm going to add some stickers to make sure I remember my workouts. So actually, let's use one for laundry, because I'll have to do my laundry on Sunday, which I forgot, so it's a good reminder. I think I'll try to do it sometime in the evening, so I'm just going to stick that here so I remember. Then I'm going to add this small crucial sticker, which says that something is important to the visa docs, to make sure I remember to do those. I think also if you have something important, you can also use a much bigger sticker. So for example, we have this one, but I'll keep those for some other things that I have to do. And I'm going to add a small quote to motivate myself. So let's see, there are some funny ones here and there are some serious ones. Which one do I go for? Let's just go for this one. It says it's a good week to have a good week. I think it's gonna be a really good week. And I'm just gonna put it here to, I'm gonna put that, just here to make sure I remember that there is nothing stopping me from having a good week. So yeah, do share any of your tips or questions in the comments below and I'll answer as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, subscribe to our channel and press the notification button to be notified the next time we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!